All right, everyone, welcome back to TNT Digital Mindset. Today, we're cutting through the noise and zeroing in on the digital trends that actually matter. I've leveraged advanced AI to distill the latest research into clear, actionable insights, so we can focus on strategy, not fluff. Let's get started.
Forget everything you think you know about starting a business. Seriously, it doesn't have to take months, and it sure as heck doesn't need thousands of dollars. We're about to walk through the operator's playbook for going from an idea to your very first paying customer in just 24 hours. And look, this isn't about grinding or hustling harder. It's about having a system.
Let's just be real for a second. The old way, it's broken. It's this myth that you need a complicated website, a big budget for ads, and months of planning. The reality for what we call a digital operator, someone who builds systems for leverage, is so much leaner. We're talking one day, zero budget, a simple one-page storefront, and it's all built on free, direct outreach. This is about pure execution, not waiting around and speculating.
So here's the challenge we're laying down. It's audacious, I'll give you that, but it's crystal clear. Can we build a real business with a real paying customer in just 24 hours? And no, we're not faking it. This means real money changing hands for a real service, using only tools that are completely free. This is the ultimate stress test for any system.
All right, let's get into it. Module 1, building your operating system. Look, before you can execute anything, you absolutely need a strategy. If you get this part right, I promise you, everything else just clicks into place. It all starts with choosing where to play. You can't sell a vitamin to someone who isn't sick. You have to sell a painkiller. So the framework is simple. First, find a burning problem. Think about job seekers getting rejected over and over. That's some serious acute pain right there. Second, your offer has to be instantly understandable. Resume and LinkedIn makeovers. Boom, you get it immediately. And third, make sure there's potential for repeat customers. A real business is not built on one-time sales. This simple framework just cuts through all the noise and points you straight to the money.
Okay, next up, you have to productize your service. A vague promise like, oh, I'll help you find a job, just doesn't sell. It's too fuzzy. But a specific promise like, you'll get a new resume and LinkedIn profile in 48 hours, now that sells. And check out the structure. These tiered packages are designed to subconsciously guide the customer to the pro package. That's our target offer. And the premium option, that just anchors the value higher. But here's the crucial part. System protections. Firm delivery times, a 2-revision limit. You control the process, not the client. That is key.
Module 2, installing the AI engine. Now this is where we build our leverage. We're not just using AI as some handy little tool. No, we are building the entire business, delivery, credibility, the whole thing right on top of it. This is how a one-person show can actually scale. And that brings us to what is, without a doubt, the most powerful asset in this entire system. The key is this simple idea. Don't just tell people you're good at what you do. That's cheap. Instead, show them an undeniable, jaw-dropping transformation.
And this says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got this weak, generic resume summary. And on the right, that's the result after running it through a master AI prompt. It's not just better, it's a quantum leap. This before and after sample becomes your ultimate sales weapon. It makes your value completely tangible, and it just crushes any skepticism on the spot.
So once you have your proof, you need a storefront. But forget about those complex multi-page websites. All you need is what I call minimum viable credibility, and you can build it in an hour. These are the only 5 things you need, period. A headline that sells the result, 3 bullet points on the benefits, your before and after proof right there, front and center, clear pricing, and a simple FAQ with a call to action. That's it. In 60 minutes, you look like a legitimate professional provider.
Okay, Module 3, fueling the machine. You've built the engine, you've got the credibility. Now you have to pour gas in the tank. This is a system for proactively going out and getting clients.
And this requires a really critical mindset shift. You know, amateurs, they build something and then they just sit back and wait for customers to show up. Operators, we go on the attack. You don't wait for leads to come to you. You hunt them down with a targeted, systematic approach.
This right here is the exact formula for that attack. It's a simple 4-part message that just cuts right through the noise. You start with a specific observation. Hey, I noticed you're looking for a new role. Then a direct offer. I specialize in rewriting resumes. Then you provide your proof. You link to that killer before and after sample. And you end with a simple, no-pressure call to action. See, this isn't spam.
It's targeted, high-signal outreach. And here's the result. This is the actual reply that led to our first paying customer. Now notice what they honed in on. The sample, the proof. They weren't sold by some clever sales pitch. They were sold because they saw the result before they even paid. The system works because you lead with undeniable value.
So you have made your first sale. Awesome. But we're not done. Now we hit the final module, scaling the flywheel. This is all about creating a system that actually grows with less effort over time, not more.
Look, efficient delivery is non-negotiable. You can't scale a business if every single order takes you hours to complete. This is a 45-minute checklist. That's it. An automated form collects what you need, you run it through your master AI prompt, you do a quick human review for that final polish, drop it into a template, package it up, and deliver. This isn't just about being fast. It's about delivering consistent, high-quality results every single time. It's a system.
Now let's talk about pricing, because this is where a lot of people get it wrong. You don't just start at your final price. Think of your first few customers as assets, not just revenue. So you price really low, say $49, and your only goal is to get a killer testimonial. Then you use that social proof to raise your price to maybe $147 and then up to $197 and beyond. You see how each stage fuels the next? You're justifying higher prices with more and more proof.
And this, right here, is the end game. It's not about creating a new, stressful job for yourself. The real goal of a digital operator is to build a machine, a well-documented system for getting and serving clients, and then you hire other people to run it. You build the asset, then you move on to build the next one. This whole thing is what we call a business flywheel. It's a self-reinforcing system. Your outreach gets a customer. Your efficient fulfillment process creates a happy customer. That happy customer gives you a great testimonial. And that testimonial makes your next piece of outreach way more effective. Each part of the system just feeds the others, creating this unstoppable momentum.
So what's the ultimate takeaway here? It's simple. Stop working harder. Stop hustling. Start building better systems that create leverage for you. Hustle is a trap. A well-designed system, that is an asset that works for you 24/7. Your job is simply to be the architect.
So there you have it. That's the complete playbook to go from 0 to 1. You've got the niche framework, the productized offer, the AI engine, and the client acquisition formula. If you want more high-signal frameworks like this that are all about leverage and execution, make sure you subscribe to TNT Digital Mindset.